Hello and hello and hello. Welcome back to another episode. In this episode, we are conducting investigation on malicious jar file, malicious Java file. So actually, jar file is not, very common to use. It can be used for some cases actually, but it's not like a PowerShell, not like a batch, not like a maldog, malicious document, and malscripted, and could be VBS or VBE file. So, but it's a very important to know how to conduct investigation on malicious jar file because maybe one day in your daily tasks you'll came across a malicious jar file and you don't have any idea how start investigating this stuff. And actually, in this case, virus total will not be so useful and helpful. So I will walk you through how to conduct investigation on malicious jar file through online tool and through offline toolkit. So for offline toolkit, we are gonna use a tool JDGUI. That's a JDGUI. Just double click on it and wait for a while. Okay, that's very good until now, and we have a sample over here. So actually, you can again use online APK decompiler. So actually, it worked for jar file. Don't worry. Just go to download sample and choose the jar file, and just upload and decompile. And actually, it provide important information about the file itself. And again, you can try to open this malicious sample on hex editor. Is a PK. So if we try to right click, show more option, and extract here, so you find interesting stuff actually, such as this executable file. And again, drag to here, it's a MZ, and I don't believe this package is being packaged and obfuscated in some way, but let's try to conduct an investigation through resource. It's just version info, Apache Foundation, and blah blah blah. Internal file name is AB and stuff. And yeah, so jar file for resource hacker doesn't work. So let's try to open Detect Easy and open it. So that's actually written in C, and that's a main dropper actually. That's a main dropper. So look, user agent, accept it, host, and other stuff. Maybe you will find the IP address over here, Apache bench, and the other important stuff actually connected and blah blah. And let's try to find more interesting information through host name and port. That's very good. Maybe that's an IP address. No, it's not. So let's try to, oh my gosh, very well. And that's a came from this file, AB and original name, and the other stuff. And as we mentioned, there are no extractor over here, but let's try to drag the jar file extractor. Again, in here you cannot find other stuffs, but some string is Metasploited PK classes. And yeah, this executable file, copy, you can copy offset on other stuff and follow in hex. And that's some blobs and nothing useful in our case. But actually, let's try to conduct it. Don't care. Flosses ph and a.txt, and wait for a while until it start collecting information about not collecting information, actually it's extracting the string. Okay, so okay, very good. Okay, so we can double click on it. It's a contain one stack string, so let's see what is it. So win init, that's a Windows API. Again, they are so Apache WS through shell32 NTDLL, and the debug path, PDB path, good. Display usage information. So it could be a scripted. It could be a scripted for I mean some other stuff is, but actually don't give up. Don't give up. Let's try to oh, that's a custom user agent. Actually, it should look like, it's not look like base 64. Oh, that's IP address. That's a very good. That's a very good. Let's try to okay, IP. Okay, good. So let's keep it here. And no, keep it here. Keep it there. Good, 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 good. That's a very good. And only all this stuff. So actually, let's open this file on JDGUI and open. And go to samples and samples. So actually that's an executable file. And that's a payload.classes again. But actually the one of the most important is this I mean Metasploited. I think contains some interesting stuff actually. No. Let's try to attach it. Yeah, actually trying to drop and I mean retrieve this executable file from this jar file. That's why I mentioned it contains something important. So pilot.classes pilot, we have other stuff is over here, but let's try to read the Java code. So packages Metasploit and local enumeration, string tokenizer, URL, sockets, print stream, input output, file not found, exception, file output stream, and file data input stream. So actually it's all related to dropping other stuff. So actually that's one of the important code that we have over here is trying to get a OS name, OS information, and I don't know what the IEX is, but it's maybe for subsystem actually maybe. And also it trying to get what? Trying to get this metasploit.dat and spawn. If you came to here, we have a spawn 2 and executable over here is equal to this executable file, and drop it executable into where? Into .temp file .dir. So that's why get resource as stream. It's trying to get a resource file as stream. That's a very important step. Okay. Pilot trust manager set executable, and that's a chmod to provide a make it execution, and str3. Let's try to str3 and str3. Yeah. So str3 here is equal to this drop it executable, and here is a executable and drop it executable in a metasploit.dat. And actually it's a particular for Metasploit, because L port that's mean port, L host that's mean a host, and here we have a HTTP and we have a row. It's maybe to executing the shell code. That's a very good. And file. And that's mean if is IEX, subsystem file in dir file in directory, that shell file, and if equal null, if the bin file, if work on Linux maybe, because mostly bin file is on Linux, and again try maybe to ignore it, but actually if it's returning the execute file, it'll start maybe main execution. So there are some paths actually over here. Yeah, that's a whole code that's important to us. That's for offline toolkit, but actually in here we have a same, just a spawn 2, and we have a Metasploit and the same information that we are looking for. That's very good. The port L host and L port, and the other stuff is just trying to L port. Yeah, the same 44444. It's a normal, and chmod and other stuff is. So actually here is manifest, all permission, payload classes, and so on. So in this case, we may try to conducting a dynamic execution through procmon. Okay, so just open procmon process monitor and run as administrator. Wait for a while and just agree. I mean, we are put a filter on this file. Okay, so trying to process name .exe, and also the operation is read file, write file, create. I think no create file. Yeah, create file is available actually. Yeah, write file, read file, create file, and that's very good. Apply. So actually, we don't execute this phnggghia.exe by itself. We will gonna execute the jar file to see how it dropped into the temp directory. So actually, it's moved to temp directory based on the code we read it. So what is the protocol? Don't care. Okay, so let's try to prepare the labs and turn off the network. Okay, so I have turned off the network from the root, just trying to open the CMD, and over here just look up Procmon DRR and Java and jar sample.jar. I mean jar, no not in those way. So sample.jar. Yeah, it's a start. Yeah, I told you guys. I told you that the whole idea, that's how it's work. So it's a something depend on the experiences and try to win HTTP and the other stuff is. So perfect. So actually, let's try to go to option network summary. There are no network summary and file summary by folders. Windows prefetch. I mean over here by extension exe. I told you. Just copy. Okay. Just try to. I mean, remove this other blobs. That's a .exe. Just trying to move into this path, and again you will find a real executable that we are extracted in a first case, same size. So let's try to open the process hacker, and let's try that actually doesn't run. Let's try to run it. Okay, Apache Benz, and we will gonna, where is it? That's it. And I'm gonna go to the memory here. Let's try to find something interesting, maybe a string is, map it, and so on. Let's try to looking for IP address. Nice domain is. I mean, it should contain filter contains IP. There are no IP. Let's try. I mean, it should contain the IP addresses, but we have to use a regular expression. We have to use a regular expression. Let's try to double click on it again. Where is it? I think it should be somewhere here, maybe. Again, execute it. And network is. No network is. But I believe it contain IP addresses in some way, just trying to, I mean, let's try to go to the refresh, map it, and other stuff is. So actually I will prepare the regular expression to find IP addresses because I am fully offline and I am not able to use internet connection. But I think the IP addresses in some way is, let's try to try just trying to, I think it's available from here. But let's try to move very wisely. Good. Passwords. So .ini, control panel, file version, internal name. I mean, should IP addresses available in somewhere in the memory. Yeah, it's something that based on the experience. Again, it drop it another stuff. Yes, that's an IP address. Look it. Yeah, that's the same IP address. That's a L host. That's L host, and L port is 444. Yeah, I told you that it's available in some way in a memory. And of course, I try to use a start tab for persistence mechanism. No, okay, it's not. That's because it drops into temp file. Task schedule. No. No. Let's just try to move into registry. Yes. HQ local machine, software, Microsoft, Windows. So Windows, current version, and find run. No, it's not. And current user. Current user. No persistence actually through startup or other stuff is. So actually that's overall of our conducting investigation through malicious jar file. So you can try to download other jar file and conducting your own investigation and find something interested inside it. So actually it's do not feel frustrated if you cannot work like with a mindset in the beginning, because malware analysis and reverse engineering is something that depend on the time, and inshallah by God help from time to time you will feel that you are more experted in this field. Have a nice time.